I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas, bro. Cardi B downfall is looking crazy right now. How the fuck you managed to get pregnant not even a year after you and your mans broke up? Managed to get pregnant by the nigga who constantly cheats on you in front of your face, carrying his child, and the nigga sleeps with men? Shit, I think twice about announcing that baby too. Word to me.
Y'all said Cardi B's gonna come for me. Bitch, her baby daddy was in my DMs. I ain't worried about that bitch. You stayed with the man that embarrassed you in front of the world. Who's the fool?
Chad, what are you even saying? Cardi B went from having children with a man to allegedly being involved with a secretly gay man. Cardi B's baby daddy, Stefon Diggs, was reportedly seen with Jeffree star. Cardi and Stefon were constantly seen together, and Cardi seemed determined to show that she had moved on from Offset to Stefon. However, Jeffree clarified that while Cardi was promoting their relationship, he and Stefon were spending time together publicly, and Cardi was apparently the last to know.
I'm sorry, y'all can never make me hate Jeffree Star. Yo, he was dragging Cardi. Yo, listen, I have to add him to the list. Y'all can't make me hate Jeffree Star.
For those who haven't caught up, Cardi and Stefon recently broke up, shortly after he embarrassed her by bringing another baby mama to the Super Bowl without letting Cardi know. After Stefon was released by the Patriots following their Super Bowl loss, many people viewed Cardi as the one who came out on top, leaving the relationship with dignity. Stefon, however, could not treat her that way and expect everything to remain fine. There have also been multiple claims from men suggesting that Stefon treats women poorly and has so many children because he is hiding the fact that he is secretly gay. Even before Cardi and Stefon got together, rumors about him being DL had circulated, especially after the widely discussed moment when several of his teammates stated they would not want him dating their sister.
Stefon, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I should date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
This team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date this sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
What was it about Stefon that made him an instant no for everyone around him on a daily basis? Despite the allegations and questions, Cardi chose to go public with her relationship with Stefon. At first, the relationship received a lot of attention and praise, as many felt Cardi was finally getting her due after years of dealing with Offset's antics. However, the tone changed when Cardi announced that she was expecting a child. People questioned whether Cardi really needed to get pregnant, especially with someone like Stefon, who already had a complicated past. Stefon seemed suited only for a good time, not a long-term commitment, and certainly not for having a child, which would tie him permanently into Cardi's life. Despite these concerns, Cardi ignored the warnings, making their relationship even more public and sharing how Stefon had come into her life to help her heal.
Yes. I mean, everybody kept telling me, I should have fun. Yes. And we had a little bit of too much fun, and now I'm here. We had too much fun. And yeah, we're very excited. We're very
and you're
happy.
both
We talk
happy,
about it all the time.
and you're both happy about it.
Yes, we're very
But
happy
I'm
about
happy for you to see you this happy because we all know you went through a very messy divorce with Offset. Mm-hmm. Were you worried about opening your heart up again or falling in love again or even dating again? Were you concerned about that?
Yes. And one thing about dating, it's when you date, you feel like you're 16 again. And I don't really...
Well, you want to feel like you're 16. You want to meet somebody that makes you feel like that.
You do, but then it's you also remember what you dealt with when you were 16. So it's like restarting
well,
again.
Well, that part, yeah.
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 And being open.
And vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. And one time he just told me let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you.
An influencer and stylist, Christopher Griffin, who previously worked with Stefon, later revealed that the NFL player had made several inappropriate advances toward him. According to Griffin, he and Diggs attended a charity basketball game in Washington in 2023. After the game, they went to a club for a few hours before returning to Stefon's home in Rockville, Maryland, and that's when things reportedly went off the rails. Once inside the house, Stefon allegedly offered Chris candy, which he initially refused several times before eventually accepting. That's when Chris realized he had made a grave mistake. He felt as if he had been hit by a freight train, later discovering that the candy was reportedly laced with a controlled substance. Stefon then allegedly approached him, touched him inappropriately, and engaged in sexual activities until Chris managed to push him away and lock himself in the bathroom for 45 minutes to recover. When Chris was finally ready to leave, Diggs allegedly assaulted him, stripped him, and forced him to memorize and repeat a false account of the night before eventually dropping him off at an airport. As if that wasn't enough, a week later Chris was cornered in an elevator at his LA home by a group of men, including Derez Diggs, Stefon's brother. Chris believes Derez was sent to intimidate or harm him to keep Stefon's behavior hidden. But ultimately Chris decided to speak out so the public could understand exactly what had happened.
Directly after that, they took my clothes off and just kind of like pressured me, continually to.
They took your clothes
Yeah,
off.
they took my clothes off. They took my clothes off. They took all of my belongings. They
So
posted.
you're naked.
I got drawers on. I think they let me, I think I kept my drawers. It was a point in time where I'm like, yo, bro, y'all want to see me naked? Like, what the hell is this? And I'm standing there.
That was absolutely insane. Naturally, Stefon denied all the allegations and even filed a defamation lawsuit against Chris. Meanwhile, the last person anyone expected to support Chris began speaking out. At first, Jeffree didn't say anything negative about Stefon, only showing support for Nicki Minaj. However, once it was suggested that Cardi might attack him for even implying he liked Nicki, Jeffree essentially flipped the script. He made it clear he didn't care if Cardi or her fans confronted him, as he couldn't take her seriously given how her partner consistently disrespected her when she wasn't around. Around that time, Stefon and Cardi began seeing each other. Stefon reportedly slid into Jeffree's DMs, and they started going out together. He was photographed at hotels, and reports indicate they were spotted at a few restaurants as well, appearing to be a couple. While we cannot confirm whether these images are authentic, they are certainly going viral.
Y'all said Cardi B's gonna come for me. Bitch, her baby daddy was in my DMs. I ain't worried about that, bitch. You stayed with the man that embarrassed you in front of the world. Who's the fool?
Jeffree usually keeps his relationships private, especially when he's involved with men who prefer discretion. But if Cardi was going to come at him for disagreeing with her, Jeffree wasn't about to stay silent, and made sure she knew about the game Stefon was playing. Word is Cardi didn't take it well. Since their relationship had just started, she didn't want to leave and face internet criticism, so she stayed and began altering her appearance to resemble Jeffree. And yes, it sounds wild, but remember when Cardi had her face tightened with tape and wore those extremely thin eyebrows? Last year, she also started wearing bright, dramatic contact lenses, surprising fans with her bold new look. Honestly, if you place a photo of Cardi next to one of Jeffree's stars, they could almost pass for siblings. According to Jeffree, Cardi's transformation wasn't a coincidence. She has a history of going all out for the men in her life, and this was just another example of her trying to capture Stefon's attention. Even then, Stefon still publicly embarrassed her. This was one of the rare moments when people actually sided with Jeffree, as Stefon seemed to be doing everything possible to hide who he was really attracted to. I fully believe these rumors about Stefon have been around for a while. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Stefon isn't even secretly DL. He's comfortable with the world knowing he goes both ways. At that point, Jeffree decided enough was enough. Usually he stays quiet when it comes to these DLDMs. Cardi by now should just focus on her wealth and raising her children alone, keeping both her money and self-respect. But the real question is, do you think Stefon had something going on with Jeffree's star? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye Bulletin Celebrity.